Why is it important to pray? Well, that's an interesting question, isn't it? I wonder what your answers would be. But my answer is firstly that we see from Jesus in the Gospels that he spent time with his Father. He went off on many occasions to spend alone time with his Father, to pray and seek his face. And so I think we are encouraged to do the same. But Jesus also gives us an example of how to pray, the Lord's Prayer. But also, I think prayer, it works. I have seen over many years of my own life when I have prayed about different situations, God always has given an answer. Maybe it's not always the answer that I expect or desire, but I know that God's got a plan in every situation and every season of my life, and I have seen that prayer works. So now I just want to share a quick story because I have seen that prayer has worked in my life over just the last few months. When I was 13, I met my best friend Jo. She was 12. I was brunette, she was blonde, and we bonded over our love of Taylor Swift. We've been friends ever since, and I've gone through the highs and the lows of growing up. And just a few months ago, I felt really challenged to pray for her, because she wasn't a Christian. So I began fervently to pray every single day that Jo would come to know Jesus. We began to have more and more conversations about who Jesus is and what he did on the cross for everyone. And I began to explain how she could have life and experience it to the full if she just came to know Jesus personally. And then a few weeks passed by, and I remember texting her. And I said, Jo, if there's one thing that I could pray for you for, what would it be? And this is the text I got back. Grace, yesterday I made a decision, quietly on my own, in my own space, to become a follower of Jesus. Please pray that I find a church where I can find community, family, and grow in my knowledge of who Jesus is and what he's done for me. What a text to get back. But prayer works. So I want to encourage you today. If you're praying for your friend, keep praying. Keep pressing in to what God has for them. Take the opportunities to share your faith when the opportunities arise. But believe that God in heaven has a plan. The biggest thing that I discovered when I began to pray for my friend was that I began to grow a desire within me to see her know God. So, prayer works. Keep praying for those friends, those family members who don't yet know Jesus. And I'm believing with you, and I have faith with you that they will too, like Jo, encounter the love of God for themselves.